What's up, everybody?
All right.
Episode of Let's Argue.
It is back. We're back.
Sunday
It is
talk.
Sunday. It is Memorial Day weekend. Hope you guys are enjoying your 3-day weekend. Some of you.
Yeah.
Not everyone.
Not
Sucks.
everyone, no.
Yep. Looked right at you. But other than that, it's been a pretty interesting week. Pretty sad week
Yeah,
for some.
For Dallas. His 4-0 prediction really got flushed down the toilet.
My 7.
His Game 7 prediction really freaking hit home for him.
It was
my prediction, 5 to 6 game series, was right on the money.
It was pretty tough one, guys. Tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, Dallas can't just have 1 to 2 guys showing up only every game and the other 3 just kind of just present.
Yeah.
Dudes weren't showing up when they needed to. That's what I seen. And when they had the opportunity, that Warriors gave no mind. The only person they paid any attention to was Bullock and Luka, because they're the only 2 making any damn shots. Other than that, the rest of the team was just straight up, even in the paint sometimes, just throwing up bricks.
It was a tough game to watch. The Warriors left us super open beyond the arc, but in the paint.
On purpose, too, because they just knew.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That's a lie.
They're playing zone defense.
But
they were zoning out on freaking Luka the whole game.
Game 3, I think it was, or Game 4, Bullock shot I think it was 8 threes and missed every single one of them. That's not normal, especially going right after the Game 7 in Phoenix.
Pressure, man.
There wasn't any pressure beyond the arc. There was pressure in the paint.
No, I meant pressure to win was on them because the Warriors hit the gas pedal hard on them on that elimination game, because Game 6 Clay showed up in Game 5, and Clay was hitting everything.
Well, the Warriors had time to breathe, at least a game to breathe.
That was Clay's best game in the series. Every time there's an elimination game, that man he just starts hitting everything.
Well, Clay does not impress me at all this playoffs. He's
dominated the shit out of y'all.
No.
Go ahead, pull it up. Yeah, that's what I thought.
No.
You don't want to get embarrassed. That man dropped 30 McNugget on y'all.
I don't really. That was one game. Clay.
No, it was not one game.
Clay does not. To me.
Well, you guys would have won 7 games if it wasn't just one game.
He's not what he used to be. Jordan Poole, Porter, Wiggins, pretty much those were the
Wiggins was on y'all's
Those
ass.
were the 3 that won the game. Steph, Dre, Clay, really, they were just added pressure on top of those 3.
Yeah, sure.
No, they were. Steph couldn't get online the first 2 quarters in every single playoff game.
That's why he won the MVP award. I got it.
If anyone deserved the MVP award, it was Jordan Poole, and I think everyone understood.
Jordan Poole? No, everyone was voting for Kayvon Looney. Jordan Poole didn't do that great in that series. He did good, but
Wiggins probably deserved it more.
Looney were in the top, but freaking.
But the
that
difference
final
being
game
is
to let him.
The difference
block y'all
being
at the
is
free.
with Poole though.
Poole
stayed consistent throughout this whole playoff and has helped save the Warriors.
Well, he's the guy that it's clear as day. He's willing to foul out so the other guys won't.
But Poole is the reason. I mean,
he's diamond in the rough, man. They had no expectations of him being a superstar, and right now he's a superstar on the rise. He hasn't even fully gotten the opportunity to be labeled that guy yet.
But other than that, so Mavs obviously didn't capitalize being open beyond the arc. There's been so many times, I don't know what the hell this is.
A pop-up ad on ESPN.
Anyways, Mavs did not capitalize any open shots beyond the arc. You could tell in the last game, Luka was just pretty much, I'm done.
I know.
They gave up after the first or second quarter. I don't want to.
Yeah, because it was bad.
I don't want to say that I know.
We're talking 20-point deficit for the Mavs, like almost that whole game until the very end. They kind of shrunk it down to like 10, but like that was garbage time. Like they were just, it was not enough clock. Wasn't enough clock left in the game for them to even catch back up and get a lead. Like the last 10 points that they caught back up with was just the Warriors didn't even. They were just letting them do it.
Yeah,
eat clock.
It was pretty sad, but other than that, Boston, Miami playing tonight, Game 7.
I think Miami. Now, plenty of people came out and said like Celtics more than likely are the ones to make it, but like I don't know. I feel like Miami. If Jimmy comes out and plays like he did in Game 6, Miami has a pretty solid chance. Pretty solid.
Jimmy Bucket is Jimmy Bucket. He can do Jimmy things, but
I mean, that's
Boston,
how they made it to the finals that year when they played LeBron, is because he was just purely dominating the other team he was going against.
Well, Boston is still they are a solid as hell team, and I think Boston's going to go through.
I think, to be honest, like it's really clear as day. It's an evenly matched series. This one is more evenly matched than what the Western Conference had going on. The Western Conference has been pretty lopsided the whole way through. The most evenly matched series was Dallas and Phoenix, and it's just unfortunate that those two teams had to face each other in the beginning because, it looked like Phoenix never got out of their slump, really. But, Warriors are looking hot. They're healthy. If they end up playing Boston or Miami, I could see it going 6-7 just because both, it doesn't matter whatever team comes out. I would feel like the Warriors would probably prefer Miami just because they're the smaller team and they can handle that better. But they just played a big team and they held their own. They only lost one, and they were expected to lose one, especially in Dallas. So
I don't think the Warriors are going to win it though.
I think they can pull it off in 6.
Leaving Beyond the Arc open the whole games, no.
I don't know where you're getting this, leaving it beyond the arc. They're going to play completely different against this Boston or Miami team.
It's
the game plan, and the game plan worked.
No, the game plan is to cover the paint. And the only thing is with the Mavs and Warriors, Mavs went for the threes way too damn much because the Warriors left it open.
The Warriors left it open clear as day because they knew that y'all couldn't hit threes.
We do hit threes.
Not as well as other teams.
I don't, like, if Boston makes it through, Boston wins against Warriors night and day. Miami's just another Warriors
What is
team.
the reason behind it, though? You got to give a
Boston's got
reason.
straight shooters.
Well, so do the Warriors.
Yeah, you got 2.
The Warriors have more than 2.
Yeah, 2 fast ones that can shoot.
You got Poole.
Okay.
You got Wiggins.
Okay.
You got Clay.
And you don't think
got
Boston?
Curry.
You don't think Boston can cover any of them? Boston has a way better defense than Warriors. Warriors around
Boston
the paint.
has a better defense than the Mavs.
Boston has a way better defense than the Warriors. The way they are in the paint, the way they are beyond the arc, the way they cover the man.
Offensively, if it turned into an offensive shootout, the Warriors are going to win those games.
No, Boston will.
Maybe not in Boston every
no,
time,
but Warriors
are undefeated at home.
Warriors does not have a star like Tatum.
What?
Yes.
We're talking.
Yeah.
We're talking legendary 3 titles between 3 players.
Okay, so Dre's a crybaby. He's just always gonna.
Dre is a crybaby.
He is. Everybody. He deserves an Oscar. Okay. Clay, hit and miss.
Typical Dallas excuses.
Clay hit and miss.
Yeah. Okay. Clay's a hit and miss. Guys, 3 titles.
Got it. If Steph plays first 2 quarters like he did against the Mavs every single game.
I don't know what game you saw, but like the Warriors were slapping the shit out of Dallas.
Again, if the Mavs were hitting threes,
it's an if, woulda, coulda, shoulda. It didn't happen.
Damn straight, we didn't capitalize. But if the Mavs would have hit all of their threes the way they were shooting, it would have been a completely different game. We would be having a completely different conversation right now.
Just typical Dallas, man. Y'all are in the woulda, coulda, shoulda, and living in the past.
But Boston brings way too much to the table against the Warriors.
I don't think so.
And
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't.
Dre,
think so.
if the Warriors play against Miami, the Warriors are gonna win their Oscars and try to foul out Miami. Jimmy's going to toy with Steph Curry just like he did with Trae Young. Either way, I would love to see either of these teams play against the Warriors because I feel like the Warriors have not played against a really solid team besides the Mavs.
And I mean, they 4-1 y'all.
No doubt. They skated by Memphis, or hurt Memphis.
A Memphis that literally got themselves hurt.
They skated them by.
And they already said, playoffs is always about who can stay healthy.
You played against a hurt, also Denver, with one guy, Jokic.
I mean, Denver was already a one-man team. Who was Denver? Oh, besides I can't put a name. The hell is this dude's name?
That's why I'm saying. The Mavs had a very harder schedule. Warriors had to chill. But
you got to think, Warriors had not so much. I mean, people were like, Grizzlies are going all the way. Look at the Grizzlies.
Yeah, but they got hurt when they played the Warriors.
They got hurt more than halfway through the series.
No, I know.
And they got hurt after.
They got hurt after game 1.
They were leading the series.
John Morant and Steve Adams was
not
in
after
game 1. Steve Adams was in game 1.
Steve Adams played the whole goddamn game.
John Morant was limited playing in game 2.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He got hurt in game 3.
He was limited playing in game 3. He was limited playing in game 4. Come on.
And they were winning in game 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, but without Steve Adams.
No, they weren't. They were playing with Steve Adams.
Jay says
they were playing with him.
Either way, East is going to win it all the way this year.
I don't think so.
Calling it now.
And I'm saying Warriors in 6.
No.
But we also don't. I can't really say that because I'm basing it. If you're saying Boston's in it, I'm gonna say Warriors in 6. Now,
if Boston's in it, Boston in 5. If Miami's in it, Miami in 7. Miami and Warriors are too much alike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just said Boston is a better shooting team than the Warriors.
Yeah, Boston 5.
What's the clip on this? 12 minutes in, I'm clipping that.
Boston.
I'm clipping this.
If Boston goes, they'll beat the Warriors in 5. Miami in 7.
No.
Yes.
I don't think it's gonna go 7.
With Miami?
With either of them.
No, I don't think. No, Boston's gonna win at 5.
I don't think Boston's gonna win with a team like the Warriors in 5 games.
You gotta remember, Boston's gonna get a home court advantage first.
Are they? Are you sure?
Well, no.
Well, it's right here. It's right here.
No, it's not. No, that's Miami.
No. What's the? I don't think so, man. Warriors were number 3. Overall.
And Boston's number 2.
No, the Grizzlies were. Overall.
We're talking about East.
Overall. I'm talking overall. Like from top to bottom. Yeah, the Warriors have a better record than them. Yeah, the Warriors have a better record than them. They'll get home court. They'll start it in freaking San Francisco. Warriors had 53. Yeah, Warriors have the advantage here.
That won't matter.
Yeah, it does matter because they're undefeated at home right now.
But yeah, that's gonna be a good one. So hopefully, at tonight's game, I honestly think Boston will win.
I don't even care who wins. To be honest, I just want it to not be a blowout like the Warriors did in their last game.
Well, I mean, Mavs gave up. They didn't even.
I don't know. They looked gassed.
Well, yeah.
Luka, they didn't pull Luka at one point, and the announcer was like, they might as well just let Luka sit down, and they weren't, and he just was like running around in circles, just like.
Well, the Mavs went for it all, and I mean, without a break, without anything, they
got outran in that game. Like, it was a fast-paced game.
But yeah, the Mavs, I stopped watching after the first quarter. They gave up, and you could tell. But
yeah, they got their hopes a little crushed after the first quarter. Like, it was embarrassing.
I mean, I wouldn't say hopes crushed. I mean,
They had a pretty solid idea of what was about to happen.
They were going into that game 3-1 against all odds. I mean, the odds were slim. So, I mean, you can't say that the hopes were all crushed because, I mean, the hopes have been crushed.
Yeah, they were crushed when they lost at home.
Yeah, but regardless of the fact, Miami and Boston, I say Boston. Boston goes to the final, Boston 5. You say tonight, Miami or Boston?
Well, it's kind of scary, in my opinion. The Warriors want Boston.
I think the Warriors want Miami.
No, they don't want Miami. They literally were like, who are you going to play in the finals? And they said, Boston.
I mean, that sucks for them because Boston's going to come through.
They know something that we don't because they want Boston.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone wants...
When they said they wanted Boston, Miami came out and won the game and said, thank you, Dre, for making that prediction. I don't know.
It is in Miami, though.
But maybe they're doing a psych thing on Miami. Maybe they're trying to get them. I don't know. It's like a hype up type of thing.
Yeah.
But baseball, I would say basketball, we pretty much covered that.
Well, who do you think's going to win? What's your prediction?
Game 7 tonight? I really think Miami's going to pull through.
All right, and if Miami pulls through, what's the prediction in the finals?
Probably 6 games.
6 games, Golden State against Miami?
Yeah, and it'll be, like, the games will be very close, like, a lot more competitive.
Well, little segue, little break, little segue. I mean, I don't think we need to take a little break right now.
Yeah, I would, yeah. Just
a quick little smidge. So y'all just hold tight.
Give us a second here. Till this. I would say that was a good 3 minutes of. And
there was a glitch that happened, and yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna talk about some baseball.
Going back right away. All right, baseball.
So it kind of sucks because we kind of put it all out on the table, but Yankees, clear as day.
Well, real quick, Tommy Pham, Jock Peterson. Tommy Pham pulled the Will Smith. Slapped the shit out of Jock.
Got a 3-game suspension.
Over fantasy
football. They both came out and said it was over fantasy football, and it kind of just was dropped after that. They kind of just, I think.
Well, not for Tommy Pham because he's in the suspension world right now.
Well, he's done with it already.
Well, not yet. Next game now, he's.
Yeah, he's got one to.
No, his next game now, he's good. But
which I mean, and he got fined. I'm pretty sure. I don't really care for
I don't
the
think
amount.
they really.
It wasn't a suspension especially for a team like the Reds. They weren't doing anything anyways.
Yeah, so
nothing significant. I mean, they were winning the series, but like, they're one of those teams where it's like, hey, they're gonna win some, they're gonna lose some type of situation. Like, it is what it is.
Yankees are doing solid. Yankees were the first team. We're the first team to hit 30. Right now, the Dodgers are first.
Dodgers are gonna run with the National League like they always do.
Yeah, Dodgers look like they're on pace to.
And it's was so crazy. We didn't say this earlier before our issue happened, but Trevor Bauer is still gone and might be gone for good, and they're doing all of this without him. So imagine how dominant they'd probably look like the Yankees if they would have had Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, so
probably
the Dodgers are doing absolutely solid. They don't look like they're gonna stop. But the thing is, though, in the National League, I mean, there's so many great-ass teams in the National League. Mets are doing everything. Once they get their bullpen out, Mets look like they're going to be unstoppable.
I don't know how I feel about, like, everyone hyped up the Scherzer-DeGrom thing, and that's clear as day. That's not going to be the reason why they make it, because these two.
Well, no, the bats are just.
They can't stay on the field, and it sucks because come playoff time, that's really going to matter.
But think about it. I mean, give him time to rest.
Hopefully, DeGrom is not as injured.
Well, I mean
right now,
if the Mets make it to the playoffs, I mean, let them rest out. Let them take this time now.
Yeah, take the time now. Don't rush back.
To rest.
Because you're still in the first half of the season. You still got the whole second half after the All-Star break. They already know how good you are. There's no point in coming back early. Your team's not struggling.
Yeah, so let them rest now, and well, I mean, just let the Mets go into the playoffs with DeGrom, Scherzer,
Yes.
and just absolutely just rain hell. Braves are still doing good even without Freddie Freeman. They've kind of turned that around. That
Yeah.
whole spectacle that we lost Freddie Freeman, lost the stud. I mean, they traded away a couple people.
Mm-hmm.
Brewers are right behind the Dodgers, they're just right at 30 wins. They are leading their division. Cardinals right behind them. Padres and Dodgers looking like they're starting to run away.
They're starting to, but I mean,
It's still first half of the
it was
season.
one. It was expected. Two, as long as the Giants don't like freaking fall off the wagon.
Well, everyone in the NL West, they are
This is
all
the
over
most stacked
20.
division in the league.
Yeah, so
Like from top to bottom. Like the worst team is not even that bad.
But did you see the Colorado Rockies? That collection that
Their City Connect.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
that's the dopest City Connect that I've seen.
No, Angels have a pretty cool one too. They put
No,
out
the
theirs.
Colorado that like hitting up the mountains and like the
Oh,
white
yeah,
shoulders,
100%.
like the white neck. That is dope as hell.
I'd like the teams putting these City Connect like the whole kind of like what the NFL did. You know, they're kind of copying the color rush thing.
Yeah,
It's kind of like the same thing. They're calling it City Connect, Color Rush, whatever you want to call it.
I mean it's dope as hell.
Every team has put one out. I mean, probably not all of them, but majority of them have put one out.
Well, I think they put one out, but they haven't played in it.
I know Boston has a couple. They have more than one.
Boston's pretty dope because it represents the Boston Marathon bombing.
Yeah.
Um,
Theirs is cool. I mean, Giants did the bright orange and white out look.
honestly, don't remember if Texas Rangers did one.
I believe they have one as well. Theirs actually looks pretty cool if I remember correctly.
I want to just pull this up. Just
Rangers have really controversial colors.
oh, that's
I don't think they've put one out actually.
I don't think so either.
No, that might be. Casey's put theirs
No,
out.
that's Chicago White Sox.
Yeah, so I know a lot of the big city teams have pushed out their City Connects.
Yeah, so I mean, that so far Colorado's my favorite. I mean, I love Boston's just because of the Boston Marathon representing that, but
Casey's looks very plain.
it looks plain but elegant at the same time.
Yeah, it's smooth. I like the color scheme they put. Like, it's a cool color scheme. A lot of the color schemes that these teams did, I mean, White Sox only have black and white. You can only do so much with that.
And then plus Chicago, Cubs got all those bright colors. So, but other than that, talking about American League, Rangers stepping it back up. They are starting to win some games. Angels have looked as good as they've ever been in the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Astros looking solid as ever. Just same thing. We talked about this like last weekend or the weekend before. The White Sox have been kind of on a decline, but now they're starting to rise back up.
Yeah, they had a rough go. I mean, I think they figured out part of the problem. They DFA'd Dallas Keuchel. He got DFA'd. That sucks because he is, like I said, he's going to be one of those players kind of like chilling in the background. Come playoff time, whoever needs an extra body, especially in a bullpen situation, he's not gonna get starting role, I don't think, after how bad he struggled. Like 7 ERA, it was bad. It was really bad.
Well, I would.
You put someone like him in a relief position, he could do something major.
Yeah.
He could be a huge relief guy. I could see him kind of getting picked up by somebody that needs a bullpen. Teams that need that little extra push in the late innings.
Rangers would be all over it.
I can see it because
they need more bullpen.
Their offense is solid. I feel like if they can, teams like Texas Rangers that need to fill in holes here and there, build
even the Rays.
Team, that I would feel like he's a good player to fill.
Yep.
Or a team that's like trying to make that push to pick up a player like him because he's he's looking bad now, but like you got to look at the full resume.
Yeah,
It's like that's like saying Brady had a bad game and you just don't want to take Brady because he's been having a bad couple weeks or so.
Right.
This dude's had a bad month, but like baseball is long.
Yeah,
Goes all the way till
baseball's a
October.
marathon. Baseball's a
Yeah.
marathon. I mean, this first half of the season, don't count anybody out just yet.
Yeah, he might stay in AAA for a hot minute, but
Yeah. But regardless of that, for the most part, though, I think we covered a lot of the baseball. Is there any other team that you want to kind of touch on?
there's not a whole like kind of things are just kind of like cruising along right now.
Yep, we got to get to that trade block. We got to get to that All-Star game, and then baseball is going to be really heating up.
Did you hear about the Grant Cohn guy
No.
getting into it with Javon Kinlaw
No.
over on the media? So, long story short, this is a 49er story. This is analyst, journalist dude, right? He's certified, yada yada. Can go into the building of he can go into the organization's like area of where they conduct business and players hang out and work out, all that stuff. He can do interviews and stuff, right? So he's been known as like an antagonizing journalist. Like he just kind of like pushes players' buttons, brings up topics like, hey, you have like 80-year-old grandpa needs, what are you gonna do about it? Like he kind of like
wants to get the story.
He hits the sore spots on players. And like this dude's coming off injury, and like he was one of our first round draft picks like a couple years back, and like he's always pushing this dude's button. Dude lost his damn mind on him. He was like, keep my name out your damn mouth. He's like, you don't know me, you don't know where I came from, and like media world was all over it.
Yeah.
Because he blasted dude on like a live stream on YouTube.
Damn.
And then the analyst guy got confronted by the player in person. Mind you, Javon Kinlaw's like a 300-pound giant.
Yeah.
Chest bumps him, says like, keep my damn name out your mouth. I'm tired of your negative like comments. And a lot of players that aren't on the 49ers anymore, they're on other teams, like Tyreek Hill spoke up about it, like stuff like that, said this dude is an asshole. Media guy might lose his job, or at least his credentials is what. And then Pat McAfee did a whole segment on this dude.
I think I remember that.
Did a whole segment on this guy, say he doesn't deserve the job that he has, and that it's
That's
not
what's tough,
about,
man. I mean, some people they don't know when to stop. They don't know when to stop asking
like,
those sensitive ass
right
questions.
in the storyline saying like, hey, this guy struggled. Like, what is the team gonna do with this guy? But like, he's pushing old dudes' buttons.
You don't need to get a reaction out of.
Well, you don't need to bring up. So you think that injury's holding you back? You think that's the reason why your numbers aren't showing up? Like, you don't say things like that. Like,
well, I mean, he was just trying to get a reaction, and obviously this one is the bad reaction. Now he's possibly going to lose his job.
Apparently, dude has like been pushing a lot of players' buttons. George Kittle mentioned something. Like, big names mentioned this guy being like that he should not be allowed. They don't even. Want the guy in the building anymore.
I feel like there's quite a bit of people out there that have those kind of jobs that will push people's buttons. I mean,
and like.
Because I'm sure their job is all about trying to get that story.
Yeah, I mean, and the dude's like, he's kind of like he's not like a big name writer, which I get it. You're trying to push for like, but he got his PR moment.
Got the 15 minutes of fame. Obviously,
he got
made
his
him
PR
infamous.
moment, and it did not. In my opinion, I don't know if that's going to really work out in his favor. You're always going to have fans that are like, oh yeah, go for it, man. You're getting the. You're creating drama, like this is entertaining, but at the same time, you don't know where some of these guys come from. Like they could do something serious to your job.
Yep.
And depending on how much pull the player has with organizations and what the organization decides to do, and you might be out of covering that team.
That's right. It's pretty crazy.
Anyways, that was my little story about my team. I don't know if you have anything about Cowboys to bring up. I mean, the Debo situation is still very tense. They don't know what they're doing with him. They plan on signing him, but nothing's been said. A lot of Dallas talk lately, with him possibly signing with Dallas.
Nothing too much. I mean, Dallas is I mean, it's
I
still.
can see a team like Dallas signing a player like him because they got rid of Amari Cooper, and I mean, they are a team that's made of money.
Dallas is pretty fine. I mean, Tolbert is there.
I don't think they would reach out that far. That's a big reach for any team right now to pay Debo. Like, even the Niners are kind of screwed because they still have Jimmy on the payroll, and they don't even know what to do with him.
But Dallas is doing good. Tolbert's doing well in practice. I mean, as far as I know, Zeke's looking solid. I mean, obviously, I think everyone's ready. I mean, NFL, let's get back to it.
Still got some time though.
But nothing too much. Kaepernick had his
did
first
work
practice
out for the Raiders, and
yeah.
From what it was said, it was good.
From Josh McDaniels, he said, he looks solid. He looks in shape. He looks great.
My thing is how the hell does he match Derek Carr's style of play?
Well, Derek Carr is going to be that. Derek Carr is going to be that guy.
I guess it makes sense because you had before him, you had Mariota there in like the same style of quarterback play.
Yeah. So, but I mean, regardless of the fact, I mean, hopefully Kaepernick would get that job. I mean, he's good enough to be.
Yeah, he's already
obviously
came out and said like he's willing to take whatever. He just wants the opportunity. Which,
yep.
Hey man, like. It is, if you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. I feel like he's getting to a point, though, and in the football career field, like, it's slowly closing. Like, that door is closing.
But regardless of the fact, I mean, what Kaepernick has done, not making this political or anything, but, I mean, you're still seeing it today. Like, San Francisco Giants manager, he's not gonna stand for the anthem.
He said that he's probably going to put it on a brief hold.
Well, I mean, he said he's not standing for it because
anthem on tomorrow. For Memorial Day, because that day has nothing to do with what's going on now. I mean, I understand his point of view.
Well, I mean, his words, he said he does not want to stand for the national anthem because of how he foresees the country going.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad lately. I mean, that shooting in Texas, I think, put a cherry on top for quite a few people.
But, I mean, like I said, I mean, what Kaepernick did, it's still showing around. Sports now.
It takes one person. Obviously, he's not going to be the only one. If the bad things that have been happening in the past month keep happening, I feel as if something has to be done. But I think something will eventually get accomplished with those situations. Yeah. We don't really talk about that stuff. So
yeah, not making it political or anything. But other than that, I do want to actually bring this up since we're on the subject of football. Have you seen this fan-controlled league?
I've heard of it a few times.
So I haven't
really paid attention to it a whole lot.
I've watched a couple. It's actually really fun. It's actually enjoyable to watch.
Mm-hmm. I know there's like ex-NFL players in there.
Ex-NFL players. Terrell Owens actually plays in this fan-controlled league. He looks, I mean, he's 48 years old. He looks still insane.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's not going to age.
Yeah, so, but, big story, or not big story, this quarterback, don't have the team. I don't know the team that he plays for. It's some crazy, I don't know if it was the Monsters or whichever, but threw a pass, got a tutty, walked over, lit a J. On the field.
What?
Smoked it, started passing it in the crowd. Yeah.
And this was allowed to be on TV?
Here's the thing. So
what kind of, is this like a YouTube league or is this like a broadcast?
So it is fan control quarterback, yeah. So he plays for the Zappers. And I'm pretty sure Terrell Owens actually plays for the Zappers as well. His name is Jason Stewart. He balled out and sparked up this weekend. That's pretty much, yeah. So I don't know if it was a publicity stunt. That's what everyone keeps saying it. But regardless of the fact, I mean, this dude threw a tutty. I mean, this fan-controlled league is on YouTube. I think it's on TV. No, it's streamed. I'm
about to say, that would not be broadcasted.
I'm pretty sure it's Twitch or whichever.
That would not. I was about to say, after you said that, I was like, there's no way that was.
But this happened 4 days ago, and he's got the boot. He's out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I mean, in the moment, dude, you're living it. You just like, got this done.
Maybe
Let me
he
go
just-
ahead. But no. Yeah.
Wait,
this
where
dude-
did he grab it from?
I don't know. He, from what I saw in the video.
It's funny.
Yeah, like it's all
he
over.
clearly had the intentions of not playing anymore.
Yeah, it's all. Oh, Johnny Manziel backup those times. So I guess it was Johnny Manziel's backup. That's pretty crazy. But
That's
so
funny.
this fan
That's
controlled league, if anybody doesn't know, when you score a touchdown, there's no field goal.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that. You go for two. It's a one-on-one.
Oh, it's like
wide
a
receiver,
crazy,
cornerback.
like go crazy type of thing.
Yes,
Like, go.
but it's a
balls
wide.
out.
So it's a quarterback, wide receiver, and a cornerback. That's
Okay.
it. So the quarterback can't run in. It's a one-on-one. Can this corner, lock up that receiver? Can he be a lockdown? So, I mean, that could be something we could talk about in the future. But I noticed that was a big speculation that this dude just started lighting up and started passing in the crowd.
Well, he should have expected that was probably his last game.
I mean, yeah, as an owner, you can't. I mean, especially being broadcasted on like Twitch and stuff.
Live and kids are watching. And
Yeah, because that's what this league's all about. It's like
for the
so the
kids.
referees are still there, but the fans can control, was it good or was it no good?
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so the fans are actually.
It's like an entertainment thing, really.
Yes.
Hey, watch the OGs, watch the former guys do their thing.
Yes.
It's like the league for the forgottens.
That sounds dark when you say it like
Yeah,
that.
but I mean, what it is.
Terrell Owens are in there.
Yeah.
That's a Hall of Famer. But anyways, guys, I think that kind of covers everything.
Yep.
Had technical difficulties, but we recover.
You will not notice in the final cut.
No, you won't. You probably won't even see this. But anyways, your audio listeners, though, you will hear this, though. Anyways, do you have anything else?
That's pretty much it.
Sick.
Before we wrap it up, like, comment, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, do what you want to do. Mess with the algorithm.
Just do something.
Do something, interact, like, share it, show somebody,
Talk shit.
tell a friend, like, hey, check this out. Like, tell people, especially people that enjoy
Sports.
listening
Yeah.
to sports in like a Stephen A type format, kind of just spitting back and forth, getting stupid about certain things. I mean, we had our moment in the beginning.
Yep.
But like I said, we're just gonna consistently keep pushing this out on Sundays. More than half of you will probably catch it the next day, but we appreciate the listeners that come back and tap in. Just make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms. Instagram, that's RU49. Twitter, yes, we're on Twitter, Facebook. You already know us personally. The people that have us on our personal accounts will be sharing it as well.
Yep.
Other than that, thank you for listening. Do you have anything for them?
No, just enjoy the Memorial Day weekend. Nothing else. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this episode. And Tyler already covered everything else. So one love and enjoy.
Yeah.